Weird.
Okay, so what's next? We'll take a look at well, I'm excited for this one too. Scotch and Soda versus the team with no name, Reekley slash Nub. So we'll take a look at this one next. And we're not going to take a break, guys, unless Nate, you let me know at some point if you need one. We may take a
I'm
break after this
fine.
one. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep blasting through these replays here. I got
Yeah, let's
food in
go.
me, and I'm ready to rock.
Yeah. They're literally called Reekley and Nub.
I told them to think of a name, they just never did.
Yeah. Right, thank you.
Okay, we'll get the bands up on screen here. Take a look at those while we load into the game. Got some more variety here. Day 101 first ban, and Campbell's gone, which means Pacino gets through, but Eindhoven again. No real surprise there. Another game making it through there.
Yeah, I mean, Pacino is probably the top three in the map pool. At least that's what the players think. Uh, I'm surprised Campbell's Convoy is banned though, because that is massively favored right now. But I guess these players who are Reekley and Nub picked it. I guess they're more, you know, they find they're more comfortable on Pacino.
Maybe people are like me and they're just sick of other maps. Well, I'm just sick
Maybe.
of
I know.
Campbell's. I'm definitely sick of
Yeah.
seeing Campbell's.
You don't like the desert.
I do not. Weekly nub. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised we don't see Torrente. I mean, we did actually see it in the third game, some on one other series. I can't remember which, but it was the third, like, the final ace game for one series. But it's really not favored because of how laney it is and like one-dimensional it is.
Yeah, that's true. All right, we're gonna hop right in here, guys. I'm pausing in three, two,
Yeah.
one. Unpause. 6, 7.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. All right. So in the south, we've got Nub and Reekley on team. Nub and Reekley. No surprise there. They're playing Axis. They're mixed Axis. Nub is on Wehrmacht. His partner, the somewhat notorious Reekley, is on Dak. Meanwhile, in the north, we've got Yanko and Scotch. They were the number 3 place team in the last tournament. Very strong. Therefore, the number 3 seed. And they've got Yanko on US and Scotch playing Brits. What are we seeing here for builds now?
Yeah, it's I think it's pretty standard from both teams really. Bike, Bersaglieri, yeah, and Grenadier. They're all fairly standard. Dingo coming out for Scotch. Janko's just spamming out Rifleman. All very normal.
Man, I would have loved to have seen this bike skip this +5 and go straight to the 10 fuel. I feel like
I was about oh man.
anytime you're stopping to cap points on a big map as Italian combined arms DAC with a bike, you're slowing yourself down unnecessarily. And as it
Yeah.
stands, the Dingo could make it in time to chase off this bike. It'll probably get the cap off, but just feels like you're missing the key advantage that gives you.
Yeah, I was about to say that as myself. There's no reason to not send either the bike or the Bersaglieri straight to that fuel. Yeah, you're
Straight to the
skipping out
fuel.
on the 5 fuel, 5 munitions, but you always want to go straight to that 10 fuel.
Yeah, it's gonna work out for him though. Pretty slow cap order from Scotch. He went, and he also went section before Dingo. Nicholas asking in chat, is that normal? When you don't go double RE, you need some kind of capping. You have on this map in particular, it's big. You need minimum 2 capping units at the start of the game, so you can't really just go straight to the Dingo if you don't get a second unit of some kind.
And I assume they were also asking in general, like going section instead of Sapper. It's been becoming more popular because with the time to kill changes, Sappers don't really have that, that oomph at the start of the game as they used to. They can't just easily run up to you without getting shot. down.
Grenadiers assembled.
The Axis even, Nub and Ricky. I'll never forget their name. They're really putting their foot down in the center, it seems.
It's funny, there's actually both teams have a position in the building opposite.
The section, yeah, I just realized section's in the church.
And no flamers in sight yet for either team, so... And actually, mine's going down for Rickley, so there's no flamer for him anytime soon. Meanwhile, Ari in base, so both of these building positions are basically unassailable. It's actually being supported by the rifleers, so very awkward start. Map control favoring the Axis, 25 income plus 28 versus 10 and 23, so this early game has played out nicely. We can see really good capping here on the top, taking advantage of the mobility that Italian Combined Arms and a bike gives you.
Yeah, I mean, the Scout didn't cap up any of the munitions in between the fuels, so they're not going to actually connect it, whereas the Axis have done so. MG34, by the way, for Rickley. I know that Havoc said himself he didn't like it. I don't like the MG34 personally. I don't know what you think about the MG34.
I think it's a mediocre unit that costs manpower from a faction that has a desperate need to spend its manpower in lots of places. And I think I'd rather have an earlier veteran squad leaders or smoke or another PG or something. It just, to me, it's not that it's a terrible unit, it's just that DAC doesn't really need it or want it.
Yeah.
You have the flak for suppression, you know, you've got your allies MG42. It just doesn't really seem like it's ever worth 240 manpower to a DAC player.
Yeah. That's my thought process. Like, if I want suppression, I'll go for the flat villain. Really, it's just the MG34 is just an awkward unit.
The only time I would get it is if I knew that my opponent, either because I played them in another game or because I'm seeing it, is my opponent's going, like, say, rifles, AT guns, and nothing else. They're doing that rifle spam with AT gun spam. Then the MG34 is, maybe you need a source of suppression that isn't the flak. Maybe. Even then, there's probably better things you can do, like just getting your own inf and getting indirect. But I think there's like a argument to be made there. But we've got the flak coming, which will do just fine.
Yeah, and this is why I don't get the MG34. It's like, if you know, I'm pretty sure he wasn't that bad on fuel, right? He's 25 right now, so
no, they had better fuel than their opponents.
Yeah. So there was really no reason to get this instead of another Bersaglieri or whatever. I'm pretty sure he only went for 2 Bersaglieri, right?
Yeah, which is another thing I was going to say is I feel like it could just be a third Bursa, and that would give you more value over the long term.
Yeah. DAC doesn't want support weapons, really. I mean, other than League, of course, and 80 guns, but they don't want to be hampered by microing an MG around when you've got the MG42 in your 2v2s.
Yeah, I want to point out there's 3 mines here. This Humber's going to be hard-pressed not to hit some of them.
Where's the mines?
Just
oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. He's so close to that mine.
I wonder if he spotted it or if it's just really lucky.
I'd say lucky, kind of, because I think the pathing doesn't inherently go. I think it always goes, kind of hugs the rocks a bit if you're going that way.
Yeah, that is where the road is, it looks like, so.
Yeah.
These are great mine positions, though, and I like that Rickley's playing around them with the PJ. I kind of wish he hadn't revealed that, you know, because now the Humber's not going to want to go there. I think if you want to bait someone over, I think it'd be better to, like, show the low-health bike there or something, if you want to bait the Humber.
I agree.
Whoa,
as you can see now, the Humber's rotated down south.
Yeah, really early Rangers with a weapon drop. They've got a bazooka and a flamer. Wow, that's the god drop. That's like the best thing you can get as your first drop.
Yeah, now you can counter both light vehicles and the buildings in the center of the map. Nothing these Rangers can't do right now. 6
smoke from the Humber. I think he could have actually chased there, but deciding discretion, better part of valor there.
I don't dislike this. Again, Brits do not want to lose their vehicles. They want to refit them later on to get that huge power spike when they get the tech up.
Tigers are
Oh,
really
did you
low.
Yeah, about to say, did you see how much damage I don't know if it was a grenade or the LG40 HE shot, but it took a lot of HP damage.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just a full volley from everything there.
Oh, yeah.
M8 showing its face now. More pressure here on the top side. Yeah, I guess they clumped up for the LG40. It does have some AoE, so if you... It doesn't do a ton of damage, but I think if you're clumped up, it does suddenly do a lot of damage.
Yeah, makes sense. Is it a... Oh, wait, yeah, it is a toggle. It's a toggle. Never used it, personally. I've not used it once since it got added.
I like the LG40 now. It feels a lot better to build blind than the pack, because A, it can shoot imp, and B, it's not nearly as expensive.
Yeah, that's valid.
As we can see, it doesn't do great against cover, but it's still fun to use. Good pressure on mid here. Nub is kind of like using half his army here to hold off Yanko while helping Rikli take mid with the rest of his army.
Yeah, really nice teamwork there.
Humber managed to skirt all the mines. It's now on the top side of the map. No sweepers for Scotch. Kind of playing a little risky there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not getting a flamer early, you might as well go for the sweepers at this point. This is a me thing to do. Forget to get sweepers.
I'm not sure what he spent all of his munitions on, quite honestly. He doesn't have any Tommy upgrades. I guess they haven't had a lot of munitions income.
They didn't cap the 10 and the 5. They just went straight for the 5 fuel at the bottom, right? So they didn't really have that much. They had the 2 5s in their side of the map, and then Rikli capped the rest of it, right? So they didn't really have much munitions.
150 total. Okay, and it went onto the Brent. Okay, so the math checks out.
Okay, there we go.
Really fast tier 3 from Rikli, taking advantage of their map control. We're a couple of minutes from a... Or actually, we're only like a minute or so from a P3. I'm not a huge fan of the P3 rush generally, but if it comes out at like minute 11, you know, maybe you can do something with it.
I don't know. Like, it's still a Panzer III. He hasn't got the upgrade, right? There's no way he's got the upgrade, so it's
no,
like...
it's true.
What can a non-upgraded Panzer III really do? It's not good.
Kill the Humber.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my god, he's doing it again. Wait. Why does Rikli send hurt 250s to the corner of the map? This is the second time he's done this. On the same map, too. Is there some exploit where you get full vision of the map if you send a 250 here? I don't understand. We're going to have to investigate this.
Yeah. It's the retirement home.
It's like the identical spot he put it in last time.
Yeah, I need to check this. We need to check this out because there's no reason why this should do it. It's the exact same spot.
It's very suspicious.
Yeah. But in the meanwhile,
Armored Reserve's coming now. Okay, so he's not rushing the P3. Yeah. He's maybe rushing a P4. If you do it this early and you're so far from the Tiger.
I don't hate this if he's going for the Panzer IV because I generally speaking, I don't like the Panzer IV currently, but it's better than a Panzer III.
You know, it can be a nice... I feel like waiting for the Tiger on a map that's this big with so many shot blockers, it's kind of tough to fight light vehicles and enemy mediums, so getting one P4 to hold you over as a stopgap for the Tiger I think is a good choice. And he's not that heavy on imp, so... Generally, I really don't like seeing the assault grenade come out this late, but it's not that late. If it comes out at minute 12, you know, it has time to get a little bit of that.
Yeah, very valid.
Speaking
I mean, and it's
12,
still... Oh, what's up?
The Brumbar's out.
Oh, Brumbar, yeah. Brumbar, wow. This is a very fast Brumbar.
Yeah, good use of fuel from both Axis players. They're really teching quickly. They're not just letting it flow.
Yeah, we do see a Matilda being built and about to come out though for Scotch. Won't do much versus the Brumbar, but I mean it's still a Matilda. Still chew up this infantry.
There's a lot of imp to chew up. Yeah, not sure what Yanko's waiting for here. He's got a lot of resources in the bag. Maybe he can't decide what to build. Another AT gun would be just fine. Another 2 AT guns
Never
would
go
probably
wrong.
work.
You can never go wrong with more riflemen and AT guns. Oh. Oh no, okay, I thought the vehicle died, but no, that was just the... Wait. I guess he didn't have the sweepers on, and he just walked into the mine, then turned them on.
Oops. Humber got refit, huh? Yeah, no vehicle kills, looks like.
Is he gonna go down to the Matilda?
Yeah, Matilda backing up, but I don't think it needs to. I think it can win this fight. Oh, but you know what? He's kind of flanked by this push from Nub. Brumber and, you know, LG40 behind him. That's awkward.
We do see the Panzer IV call in now, so we do have that to worry about.
I feel like that's an opportunity here for the Axis to really push. There is double AT gun from Scotch and double AT gun from Yanko, though, so they're more than ready here to fight this.
LG40 does get stolen.
Yeah, Brumber could decrew it, but it's not like he's going to be able to pick it up again.
Oh, wow. The Brumber isn't going to go down here, is it? Oh, nice attack ground, I think.
There's a lot of walls to go through here. Yeah, it's hard not to hit those stone walls when you're attack grounding that way. It's got like two... Oh!
No, it just go down.
Nice positioning there from Scotch. Very heads-up play.
That is a big pickup for the Allies. And now Nub's... Honestly, Nub's army is tiny. Lost the HG40, lost the Brumbar, and now we're down to 37 pops.
Yeah. Versus 68 for Yanko. Only 56 for Scotch. Reekly up at 81. Although some of that's this 250, so gotta subtract a little bit.
I will, yeah. Chat's pointing out all pens. That was it. Like the LG40 was penning, the max range shots were penning. The size shots made sense, but the I'm surprised the LG40 penned frontally twice.
Yeah, very lucky.
Yeah. Oh god, these Panzerjägers and Berserk, they need to move.
Yeah, it can't be stacked against the Matilda. In fact, you need to run the Bursa. It could die. He's very lucky that shot didn't just wipe him.
Yeah, no, the Matilda is not something you gamble on.
You combine the green cover. There you go. That'll be better. Okay, Rangers finally getting Vet 2. This was we didn't talk about this much, but really, really early Rangers. The meta has shifted to getting the Rangers much later because they're kind of a manpower drain until they're like Vet 2, Vet 3, and they get the defensive buffs. And you get, you know, the infantry upgrades and the logistics. So, surprised how much Yanko's managed to float given the early Rangers.
To be fair, he doesn't have 5 riflemen. He only has 3. Or 2 now, should I say. 2 plus the Ranger. So,
yeah.
I mean, I guess the Ranger, instead of paying for 2 more riflemen, he just has the Ranger squad. And I don't think the Rangers have dropped that much models. I think they've been retreating pretty, like, healthy on models.
Yeah, he's been good about retreating, and there's no sniper from Nub, which I feel like probably would have been a good choice. This side of the map, it's very hard to flank the sniper and very easy to get shots off. We are seeing some nice mines go down here. Both Axis players pretty good with mines, at least at the start. Yeah, Reekly getting some more mines down in mid.
Duca Zafus being built for Reekly. I mean, there's a lot of support weapons, so, you know, there's that, but...
I kind of hate seeing the Stuka when you've got armored reserves unlocked and you could be banking for the Tiger.
Yeah. What to say? It's like,
Black goes down to double AT gun. Let's see how it does. It just feels like, you know, your ally's got tier 3. It's better to ask your ally to build Nebula first than to go Stuka.
I agree. The Stuka is just a waste of fuel, really. Can it do good? Yeah, it can. But do you want to build it when you have better options, arguably? Yes. No, you don't. Sorry.
Wait, do I? Or you're confused?
Yes, yes.
Got the Hawker Typhoon loiter coming in, but see, I don't love these kind of call-ins where there's no real like push follow-up here. Okay, they are pushing it now.
Yeah, it should. Oh, the house.
Oh, actually gets the P4. Didn't notice it was so low. Matilda pushing. Okay, this is good use of the loiter here. Really applying some pressure. Oh my god, the VPs though.
I just noticed that. Wow.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Now the problem is though, oh, we do have the Brumbar coming up here, so that's fine. But I don't know, like Riku's army isn't really that good. Not at this point.
We have been cut off. Sector now under enemy
We
control.
really need to get that Tiger out, which she's not really close to because they got that Stuka.
Yeah, now their fuel income is messed up. So that's it. They're
Yeah.
reclaiming the top. No vet on the Assaultkrans.
Nah, that Matilda's just gonna come up and stop the decap anyway. At least on the VP, and the VPs are what Janko and Scotch want to get.
Yeah, I think good choice from him here to focus on keeping the VPs capped below 100 already.
Yeah, and honestly though, 105's out, the double AT gun or triple AT gun, I guess. I think the Allies are in a really good spot still, barring the VPs, of course.
Yeah, here's the first infantry assault. The VPs might matter though because this is a very faction pick for Nub and Reekley, it looks like, just based on the VPs as they are now. So assuming they lose this one and win game 2, it seems likely they'd win with more than 99 VPs. But you never know, today's been kind of hard to predict.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably about doing its job with the league. Completely munching on that blob.
Yeah, and it's actually bouncing the Zooks, which, you know, I feel like there's so many bazookas that a lot end up getting through. But, oh, there we go. T-Gun's backing up the blob. Oh, Matilda wipes the MG34 in retreat. Second Matilda flanking. This could be the beginning of the end here, depending on how far he wants to go. There is double AT gun here, but there's a lot of money. The Crusader coming too to flank. I really like this push here from Scotch.
Reekley not going. Reekley opting to go for the Seeker's Boost instead of saving up the Tiger was a massive mistake. Massive mistake.
Yeah, he'd almost. I mean, what's the Stuka cost? He'd almost have the Tiger now.
It's what, 70? Yeah, it's 70. So he would have it now. Well, maybe a little bit short.
No, 30 seconds away.
But
Stuka's done nothing. Oh, is he sending it to the retirement graveyard here over in the east? Because it's done so little?
The thing
Good
is,
push
as well,
here, though. One
Yeah.
section goes down, a second section goes down. Nub putting the team on his back here.
The strength of advanced infantry is the blob, but the munitions have been pretty. I mean, it's good now, but it's been pretty terrible for the Allies. So they haven't been able to spam it.
Look at the decap stuff on the left here. I don't know what happened there, but that's good pressure from the Axis. Even though they're missing a lot of the rest of it. He did retire the Stuka. It is over here in the retirement fuel.
The map is really blue right now, so not looking great for Nub and Reekley.
No, they need to secure at least their close fuels so that they can get to the. They really need the Tiger from Reekley. The Matildas are just doing so much work, and there isn't a great answer to them. This map, it's pretty hard to use packs around the middle, and we can just see the Matildas positioning in such a way that it's very hard to deal with. You know, it's worth noting the 300 munitions for Nub. A good loiter, timed with a push, could really turn this game around.
You really hate to see Reekley having a massive infantry army versus 2-3 Matildas. I think it's 2 Matildas and a Crusader. Yeah, it's as the faction that, as we've stated, is very manpower intensive. You don't want to be running out tanks with your infantry.
Could be Nub now getting wiped. This Grin's definitely going to go down. Blob coming in to cut off the retreat of the Brumbers. Only saving grace here is there really isn't that much that can chase these Brumbers down. So once they get out of the plains line of fire, should be okay. But it just means more of the map goes over to the Allies.
And really, this is all the Allies need to do. Keep putting that pressure on. Keep them in the base while they get the triple cap.
Yeah, there are still a ton of VPs to go. We could still potentially get to the Tiger, though it's multiple minutes away.
But again, these infantry Reekleys just standing on their own is just not going to help him get a Tiger. He's what, 700 manpower is if the Tiger? Yeah.
and there's no point in mining this deep. You're not going to follow up and kill it. Just save for the artillery cover.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think that's maybe
Oh,
the
yeah.
biggest hole here in how the Allies have been playing is, or the Axis, excuse me. He did drop that Stuka-Loiter in the end, but all it did was buy time. Feels like if that Stuka-Loiter had been dropped right when it became available, they could have kept the pressure up, but it came in a little late and gave the Allies room from what was a pretty bad start, being able to make a comeback here.
Yeah, and it has been pointed out that 250 was moved and destroyed.
Oh,
All victory points are under enemy control.
Yeah, it's been put down instead of put to the retirement home.
sheesh.
Bomb bears fueled and ready for targets.
Yeah, as you said, the mine did go off, but there's no way they can kill that Crusader.
It just doesn't do anything. Wasted munitions, honestly.
Yeah.
Stuka trying its best to get Vet 1. It's been on the field for like 10 minutes.
Bastards have
Has he even
secured
got a
our
kill?
territory from us.
2
He's got
kills,
3,
okay, I'm sorry.
I think, right? 2 or 3?
2 kills, yeah.
Cool Hellcat skin.
Territory lost. Our front line failed.
We're just going to see the Hellcats start loading in that HE shots because there's nothing to shoot at.
Hey, there's
Oh,
3
here's triple
Brumbers.
rumbar, I suppose. Yeah, triple rumbar. Wow, that is a bit. If only they had the Tiger, you know? That would be like the holy armored force if they had the Tiger.
Yeah, he's got the double pack. If he has one more pack, he's got the dream comp basically for late game access.
Yeah. Stops trooping for Nub. Quite late, but I suppose he wants to refill his infantry lines after losing.
Yeah, he needs him.
Friends.
He needs officer
Yeah.
quarters for his tanks and maybe side skirts too.
It's funny. Riku's got all the infantry in the world right now. And Nub's got all the vehicles.
200 points remain.
They're playing these factions the opposite of how you usually would. Uh oh, double Hellcat flanking these Brumbers, and we've got the. Every time they move out, these anti-tank rocket loaders show up.
Infantry company.
AT gun's gonna go down, but I mean, the Brumbars can't really do much.
No.
Not with those Hellcats in the flanks.
Territory sector lost.
It's just a new P4. Just immediately going down to the Rangers. Actually might get the kill. That'd be nice for them. No, Hellcat does grab it.
Infantry company
Yeah.
taking damage.
And Nub trying to rotate his AT gun to get the Hellcats, but oh my goodness.
It's just
Oh,
such
it
an
does
awkward
actually
area to
work.
fight from. This side especially with the bridge. It's very, very
Yeah.
difficult to get your AT guns where you want them, as we've said a few times. And allies are taking advantage of it.
Nub's going on in.
The AT guns have arrived, but the Brumbars are a bit worse for wear here. They're kind of afraid of stepping up, it looks like.
Yeah, and
Rifle
any
just
pioneers.
deleted. Okay, where's the repair bunker here? Worth noting that Rickley did make a heads-up play here. They capped the top VP, and we've got a Gren squad going south. So VP drain halted for now. And Yanko, he does have 2 rifles. Okay, there they are. Just wondering where his rifles were.
Yeah, honestly, the thing that's hurting the Axis the most right now is Ricky not getting any vehicles. He's had 2 vehicles out. He got the
just
flak,
keep-
didn't he?
They keep dying.
But yeah, losing them, it's
Victory point is under
playing
enemy
DAC
control.
and not having vehicles is definitely a strategy. Not a good one, but it's certainly one.
I don't think it was by design. I suspect the goal was not to lose them.
I think you're right. Oh, nice shots from the packs and the Crusader.
I don't think this was intentional, but crushing the hedges with the Brumbers is actually pretty useful here to give the
Yeah.
packs a better line of sight. Yeah, they're also
Yeah.
hurt.
The thing is, like, the Brumbars are actually an alright counter towards the Matildas, so like it works out for still. The only thing he has to worry on is the Hellcats.
Oops, Blob
Well,
not called in on the
Catholic,
VP. Looks like it might have been used. We've got a mini map clicker detected. Yeah, it was sent here to
Shame,
die, Tevery. I don't know why.
Enemy forces have claimed our territory. forces have captured a victory
Every
point.
time I look at Reekley, he has no manpower, and he's not building anything, and it's just because he keeps running his infantry into the front lines, and they're just dying instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, not going to do anything with a Vet 0 Assault Grenadier versus Vet 2 Rifleman.
Yeah, it's such a waste. It's almost better to let this Vet 01 die at some point. Man, every time Nub starts to get a little momentum, the Hawker Typhoon comes in again and just says you need to leave.
Yep. Oh, the Panzer Grenadiers up top are going to go down, I think.
Oh man, he can't afford to lose those. They need all the infantry they can get. Oh, he is going to escape.
Yeah.
Panzer Grenadier killed an act.
Oh no, how'd they get...
Stupid
What
panic
killed
is
them?
down.
100 points left.
Oh, the Rangers got him on retreat.
Oh, the P-Guns went down, did they?
Rangers got him on retreat.
no.
Yeah, they're on their retreat path here. Really nice positioning from Yanko.
Yeah, this is over. Like,
Oh,
I mean, Nub has an army, Reekley does not.
yeah, Nub's pretty low on inf here.
Yep, even less infantry for Reekley. I mean, losing the infantry is probably going to help him out at this point anyway.
4th Brumber.
Pioneer
Wow.
infantry killed.
He built so many Brumbers, but he couldn't do anything with them because they were hurt so often. I felt like needed more Pios, needed a repair bunker, needed his ally to repair his vehicles, something. Okay, that said, he did clear all the AT guns.
Yeah, and the AT guns.
Double
The
pack here. They need to set up though.
down.
Been destroyed at
Needed to attack move, looks like. They're all gonna die now. This is so satisfying to end the game like this as Yanko to kill all these Brumbers.
out of contact.
Yeah.
Bomber has
I guess he was
been
just pushing
destroyed
the
at
AT guns to get to the VP, right? I guess.
Yeah, GG called. Yeah, that's true. He probably was going for cap.
Signal the retreat. It is over.
I have to say, like, not to single him out, but Reekley not going for that Tiger was probably one of the biggest mistakes in this game. Going for the Stuka to Foos instead of just waiting
Yeah.
for the Tiger. I think if the Tiger's there, the game completely changes, and they probably won because it was a 300 VP lead or something like that.
They were really
It was
ahead.
pretty big.
They were really ahead. They
Yeah.
had a great start. They had map control advantage. It was looking really good for them. And I think, to Reekley's credit, his map play in the beginning was really good.
He did good.
Not able to hit that mid to late transition there, and they paid for it.
And it just goes to show like how like build orders do matter a lot. Like you getting that one unit wrong can impact the game a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, I need like 60 seconds, so I will be... Oh yeah, how many tickets left? Shoot, I didn't check that. Someone could maybe go back into the VOD or clip it, but it was like 77 or something like that.
72.
Anyway, I will be right back.
Yeah.
Thank you. Every time. It's like I'm getting tired at hour 7. I didn't say anything interesting, so no sweat there. But I wanted to ask Nate, what do you think? You think Allies OP enough that Nub and Rickley are going to take it here in the second game? What's your prediction?
I mean, they seem to have done very well in the last game, barring, some fumbles. So, I think they have a chance playing as the Allies, which are definitely stronger currently. But Janko, Scotch, they are one of the best teams right now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. 6, 7,
7,
8.
8, 9, 10.
All right. All right, what are we looking at composition-wise here?
Composition-wise, I mean, we've got P-Grens instead of Bersaglieri instead. That's something we haven't seen much. Everything else, pretty standard. Grenadiers, Sappers, Riflemen. Yeah, it's all standard for everyone else.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that the both teams opted for Wehrmacht US in the south and DAC Brits in the north. It's hard to... No, one team has to lock their positions, in terms of like what slots their team's in first, and the other team can respond. So it's possible that people just favor putting... I suspect it's people putting their Brits against the DAC, but that's information that maybe we'll have to collect for next time.
That's actually interesting to think, like, do these guys actually think about that, or do they just wing it?
I would hope they think about it. It definitely matters.
Yeah.
Playing against the DAC player as the Brit versus playing with the US player can really struggle against the 250, whereas the Dingo just totally shuts down the 250 if you play it right. And
yeah,
we'll see if
we're seeing
Nub can shut down Yanko's 250 here.
we're seeing Reekley going with his classic armor barrel group. We've seen a couple armor barrel group usage in the tournament. The Scott is quite good right now. But of course, it's not as favoured in 2v2s as armor advanced infantry is. But Ranger Blob shenanigans.
This is one of the best maps for Armored, I would say. There's the central road. There's lots of big, wide flanking opportunities. I think it can be hard to shift to support your ally if you're playing opposite sides, which makes light vehicle all-ins stronger. So... And the Jeep is good on a big map like this, too. So I definitely think this is, of all the maps in the pool, this is one of the better ones for Armor. So we'll see if Reekley can use his intimate 1v1 knowledge of Armor to pull out a win here with his team.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's looking alright enough. The Scout is going to cap up the 10 munitions and maybe and the 5 fuel for the Jeep. So the south side is looking quite red. And north side... I kind of mixed, I guess, right now, but it does look like the DAP player is going to get forced off
The enemy has claimed our
by the Dingo and the Sapper.
ME-42 and crew available.
Oh, what, is the Sapper going to go down?
It could.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have lost the sector.
This is the ssame choice we saw Faragi make, actually, which is to not try to fight the US player on this Western fuel, which is very hard to do because they have the high ground advantage the way the map is set up, and instead opting to just pressure the enemy +5.
Alarm. Sector overrun.
Yeah, and Scotch pointing out he did take out a Pioneer, apparently.
Enemy
Or...
forces.
He's talking about
oh,
Pioneer.
okay, he said, okay, yeah. Yeah, for a second I forgot Scotch is now the Axis. Looks like the Axis are allergic to this manpower point near their base.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't need it early. Doesn't do much unless you lose
Yeah.
the +5 fuel. But you do want to get it at some point. It adds up over the course of a game. It's a couple hundred manpower in a long game, so...
Certainly don't want to completely ignore it. Not looking good for... I mean, I say it's not looking good. They do have the 5 fuel in the center. But they're kind of back and forth on their 10 fuel at the top.
It's 50 muni and 23 fuel for the Allies, 20 muni and 18 fuel for the Axis. So Axis have like
Wow,
the bare
impressive.
minimum, but the munitions advantage is massive, and given how much 2v2 revolves around like infantry weapon upgrades and mid-game artillery off-map call-ins, it matters a lot when you're this behind in munitions
Yeah.
in the early game.
Did Django only go for 2 B-guns?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, he's going straight for the Pain Diego to counter the Dingo. I suspect the Dingo is already getting refitted with Armor Battle Group from Nub.
Yeah, well, he'll be glad to have it when he sees what Rickley's done. Rickley went for the... I think he got it out about as fast as you can. He's got the quad. He went 2 rifle WSC with mech support center, which is interesting.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm expecting to see some Churchills, though, if we get to that point of the game from Nub. He does like the Churchill. We've seen him use it a few times.
And he's locked heavy armor, huh? Yep. Oh, you said oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's refitting the Dingo.
Yep.
Sector lost.
Humber coming out for Nub. Very good timing, of course.
Quad hunting
for
the Stummel. Without Vet 1, this is an easy win for the quad. But he's not willing to chase. You know, it's tier 3. The pack could be the next unit out, and it is. So wisely not pushing his luck there.
Anti-tank gun and crew are ready for orders.
Doesn't really need to. Like, they've got the map control, right? Don't want to throw away the M16 for a 250 or 251 even.
Sector now under enemy control. Withdrawing infantry.
I'm a bit surprised he has the Panzerjägers and the 250. Maybe it's just waiting for the Panzer Pioneers to get here to switch, because they don't fire out, do they? I'm pretty sure they don't fire out from the 259.
No, he looks like he's going to swap, yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, so we got
fine.
Yeah, Gren turned into a PG. Don't see that too often. Transfer orders. Yeah, he's still got the PJ in here. I mean, does he not know it can't shoot out?
Securing our capture point.
It's really weird not to have the Pio in there.
It's very odd. Yeah.
Shnoma plus Pack does win now against what Rickley is fielding. There's no real answer to it. Sniper coming out, that'll help.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own.
Yeah, sniper. We'll see how many kills the sniper gets.
We're just charging in here. I don't think he's got the numbers. Oh no! Brutal friendly fire from the Stummel. Yeah, he probably needed to wait for the sniper there. There was no way those 2 rifles were going to win that fight.
Yeah, if you're gonna push, you kind of want to wait till all your forces are there.
Bunker queued here, maybe a aid bunker. Still no doctrine picked for Scotch. And double 259 looking to set up a big flank here. There's 1 AT gun and the Humber and a boy squad which has been sent home. So this is definitely an opportunity here for Yanko to make something happen, but needs a 6-pounder shot immediately and maybe thinks better of it.
What is Scotch saying in chat?
I do not know. It's not an acronym I'm familiar with.
Me either. I will say the VPs have been pretty stable for both sides. Here's a triple cap though for
Converting
the
bunker to a
Axis.
medical facility.
Oh, Jeep. Poor Jeep.
Yeah, not quite gonna make it there. And now map control very even at this point. Basically 50-50 here, besides the VPs. Second AT gun. Makes sense. There's, you know, triple light vehicle here for
Panzer Grenadiers will be mustered up
Yanko.
to replace them. Panzer Grenadier Squad
I'm not seeing these
standing by.
250. Okay, is the point of this to drive the Jaegers around and then drop them out?
I guess.
Victory point is under enemy control.
It is weird he went double Panzerjäger. Because surely he's noticed by now that they're not shooting out, so yeah, it's got to just be to dump them behind the...
We have lost control of a victory
Yeah,
point.
because like you should know by now, like they don't shoot out. I'd be surprised if he doesn't know this. Oh, this is not good position for the 250s. But maybe that's gonna work out. Yeah, it
Oh, there we
works out.
go. Okay.
All right, there we go.
He did it. He showed what he was doing.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
you know that's very good.
I don't know why his PGs are staying. Okay, flak's showing up. I was wondering what they were waiting for. No, I'm saying he had vision of that and misclicked into it. Sniper getting chased by a couple of PGs. It's in danger because it needs to retreat north, so wisely running left of our screen here to get a better retreat path. But the tide is turning here. Which is not good for Reekley and Neb's chances of continuing in this tournament.
No, it looked really good at the start, but now it's kind of just folding back to the axis.
Same as the previous game. Some teams start strong, some teams finish strong, and the latter is what wins you games unless your strong start can get you all the VPs you need.
Yeah, I mean, this is another team Nub and Rickley was just thrown together on this tournament. Janko and Scotch play together a lot.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think I can't remember if Nub lost his partner or what had happened, but it was a very
It was native Bobber. Yeah.
That's
and
right.
he couldn't
Yeah.
join. Yeah.
So extra credit for people who managed to put together halfway decent games with partners they'd never played with before. Now, you know, we're talking a lot about synergy. We're looking at Hulk and Ruby. It matters a lot, like that sort of natural flow you have with your partner or not. And it can take time to develop that. So definitely a disadvantage if you haven't had a lot of games with your partner.
Yeah, knowing how your partner plays is key for sure. Duka?
Enemy have 300 points left.
Is it the stupid dive bomb? I don't know what he means.
It means he's going to build a Stuka.
Oh, okay.
A Stummel has been
Someone goes
destroyed.
down.
Oops. To what? To what?
Russian Pioneer are airborne and ready for
The
Grenades.
AT gun.
Where's
There's
the...
an AT
oh, I
gun.
see. Guess it flew. I guess it drove a little while.
Did you just get bars here, Rickley?
He did, yeah.
The enemy has
Little
taken
late,
victory
but-
point.
Better late than never. Brumber's here, though, so 1 AT gun not going to cut it. In fact, we could see this entire position collapse if these AT guns can't
Enemy is
rotate fast
stealing our
enough.
territory from us.
Yeah.
Because
for
Scotch
sure.
could
Do
just
we
drive
have
his
names?
Brumber at Reekley.
Oh, we do, yeah. Yeah, instant retreat there up from the rifleman.
Yeah, they were
Probably wants
deep.
to
Can't,
back up
can't
a
risk
lot
taking another
further.
shot here. They have to run through
The enemy has only
a lot of stuff.
250 points left.
Yeah.
Territory lost. Commandant, territory sector lost.
doing his best to buy time here. Wants to keep the drain up.
Yeah, I mean, we
But,
do see Nub rotating now.
Initiating requisition.
G in the middle's
Another
been pretty
section.
annoying.
Those Tanzanians kind of doing their job.
Yeah, it's a tricky fight to take. Yeah, deciding not to risk it. You can win that eventually if you're lucky, but it's also more likely that Matilda just shreds you.
Oh, the Brumbot's going to catch his 80 guns. Okay, they have set up. Oh, I'm going to. Let's go.
Stuka coming in doing nothing. As
Even
is
if
its
it aimed
wont.
at the 80 guns, still wouldn't, I think. Oh, an 88. An 88.
Man, this MG's so happy to just jump out of the house, reinforce a little bit with the bunker, and jump right back in.
Yeah, I mean, there's no indirect from the Allies, so that bunker's not going to go anywhere.
No, it definitely feels like a missed part of the build here, having 0 indirect. I mean, armor has none, but that means that then Nub has to get some. He should be pretty close here to the yeah. Man, not a lot of CPs. I feel like on this side of the map it's been not a lot of action for a long time now. Just sort of they've both been kind of skirting around each other and no one's really willing to commit.
Yeah, like no one's really committed to any proper push yet.
What a weird army for Yenko.
Yeah.
But yeah, the flak is going to lock this middle point down, and I think it's just going to get harder and harder from the allies if they don't find some indirect in their kits soon.
Yeah, I'm surprised we've not seen at least a USF mortar earlier.
Yeah, there's that MG mid. Would have dealt with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he figured, okay, I have the sniper that's a counter to it, but now one who can just jump out and reinforce next to the bunker.
You're just never going to go wrong with a mortar as allies.
Yeah. Are we finally going to see a 259 go down? No.
They're so tanky when you get all the upgrades. I assume he's got all the upgrades, right? All the health ones. Oh, he hasn't got the self-repair.
Uh-oh. Brumber finds an AT gun out of position. Stas, PG, Brum easily clearing it. And that means this other one has to run away.
A sniper. Okay, he does back up instead of shooting the kid.
No, trying to make some space here, but realizing his flank is vulnerable, has to back off, support his ally.
I've noticed this a lot in these games. Nub has to consistently keep coming back to help Wrigley. And it's not ideal if you're not holding the south like Wrigley isn't. Wrigley needs to come and hold the center while Nub needs to hold the top. If they're holding the top.
That's a really good point. This map, maybe more than any other, it's easy to get sucked way over to a side that you're not winning. And you're absolutely right. Wrigley needs to play anchor now and let Nub kind of push and hold this side.
Yeah.
Because if he just keeps sending stuff down here and losing it, it's a long retreat path, and it leaves his ally very vulnerable.
And in the end, Nub's got the better pushing army, if anything. Like, yeah, you got riflemen, but you got no vehicles.
Yeah. We've got the Nebel building, so Scotch thinking about the correct answer to the AT guns here.
Guns are free for Janko.
It's also worth noting no frontline reinforce for the allies. I think again this game, Wrigley and Nub not getting frontline reinforce, whereas we've got the truck and the med station now here in mid. So very, he can drive this around if he wants, bring it up here. So they're in a pretty good position.
I don't know how. I guess Nub plays a lot of 2v2s with his other teammate, but I think Wrigley's only started playing 2v2s more recently. Like, I think there's an obvious difference between Janko and Scotch, who are a 2v2 team who only play 2v2s pretty much, between Wrigley and Nub, who don't, they don't play together. And I don't know about Nub, but I'm pretty sure Wrigley's mostly a 1v1 player, right? So
yeah, and I think Nub is still a bit more of a 1v1 player. I haven't looked at his player card recently, but yeah, and I think when you're a very, very skilled 1v1 player, and both Nub and Wrigley are good 1v1 players, you can beat coordinated teams lower on in the bracket just by outskilling them with your micro. But once you get to the point you're facing coordinated teams who are like in the top 10, the top 20, it doesn't work anymore. You have to know how to play 2v2, and if you don't, then it gets really tough.
Yeah, there's these like very specific things that you see that top 2v2 teams do that these non 2v2 teams don't do, like the heals, the forward heals.
Stuka coming in again, doing nothing again. Nicely avoided though by Nub.
You have the easy. Is this the call-in easy 8 or did he build it? He did build it. Okay.
Oh, Satchel goes off, but easily dodged. Red smoke. What's this? The Stuka dive bomb? This is a big pickup here. Both AT guns cleared. Don't think he can recover those. This may be the end here. I don't think Nub can afford to lose both AT guns. He does not have a ton of manpower.
Yeah.
Okay, he does.
I think.
He's trying. He's trying to save him. It's going to be close. He might get away with one. That's important. He needs that AT really badly.
That AA cannot hit that AT gun.
We have vehicles on standby.
Wait, is an AA Crusader? I guess it's for the dive bomb.
Well, there's the loiter too. Remember, because it's
Oh yes, yes.
it's falls, which he finally revealed with the strafe. I don't think he knew yet, but now that he knows, he's called it in. It is nice to get it a little bit of vet early, and you know, it can provide cover for things. There is a lot of infantry on the Axis side, so it'll be useful there too.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Scotch and Yanko not willing to sit back and let the VPs tick. They're playing very far forward. They want to make sure they lock this game down.
AT gun is going to get caught out, but there is an 88 right there.
Yeah.
And this AA Crusader is now kind of just getting stuck. Although
Decrewed?
they go down.
No. 88 totally decrewed. A Crusader's got the run of the shop here for a little bit. There's no more AT. Axis actually kind of light on AT. Maybe relying a little bit too much on that 88.
Oh, they can't back out now. They have to go in. Okay, the P3's right here. Okay. Yeah, yeah, this is probably good.
It's a good push though, but yeah, not able to make it happen. Oh man, Nub floating a lot of munitions. He could have used Recon Arty here. Instead, they're going to call GG. So a relatively clean game 2 there for Scotch and Soda. Putting away Reekley Nub, who put up a valiant fight, again, for not being a team that practiced a lot together. I think they played well.
Versus, is this number 2 seed?
Number 3 seed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, regardless,
So still,
very good.
Still pretty good.
Hulk Smash and Ruby was number 2.
Mm-hmm. No, Hulk Smash and Ruby are 4.
It says 2 here. 4. Oh, wait, is this just all weird? Because it says Captain's Mass is 4. But they should be 1, right?
That's not right.
I'm just looking at the teams and prizes. Sorry, I'm probably looking at the wrong one, right?
That's not seed. Oh.
It says seed, that's why. Oh, it's probably the seed for the original. I don't know.
They got messed up. I don't know why it says that there. You can look it up on the main brackets.
Yeah, okay, so... Yeah.
But in any case, that's Scotch and Soda moving on to the semifinals. Let's find out who they'll face. Got another series to cast, guys. One more. We might make it in under 8 hours if it's a stomp, but somehow I doubt that. Man, I gotta get like some more tea. My throat's killing me. We'll be back in just a moment, guys. Real quick. One more real quick break. Should be the last break unless it's a long series, and we'll get into the last set, which is could be maybe like arguably 2 of the best teams here. One's gonna go home. This is Dude Where's My Demo versus seems to be decent players. So gonna be a big one there. Just ask Twitch to chat. Okay, you guys can talk amongst yourselves. We'll be right back.